Hello everyone. Um, this video is going to primarily talk about the future of Warzone after playing the beta because the devs have already informed us that all of what you see in Black Ops Warzone in Black Ops 6 it's going to come to Warzone 1-to-1. That is, there will be no changes when it comes to movement, to gunplay. The perks will be different, of course. They said they're going to mix a couple perks together and put them in a new kind of better and more useful perks like spotter, engineer, and whatever. They will get mixed together in one perk, and then they will be more useful, and that's about it. But when it comes to gunplay, to movement, and the rest of the stuff, it's gonna remain the same, and that concerns me. I mean, there seems to be a lot of positive feedback regarding the Omni movement system that's coming, or in Black Ops 6, but I'm not really optimistic about it. The reason for this is because unfortunately it doesn't feel as snappy as I wanted it to feel like. It's not on the level of Modern Warfare 3. I feel like movement in Modern Warfare 3 has always been top notch. It's been the best out of all the other CODs that we had. Modern Warfare 19 maybe is the best out there, and then Modern Warfare 3 is the second best, at least in the recent CODs. Okay, this movement is okay conceptually. It looks okay on paper. However, playing it feels really different. I can explain what the issue is about. Primarily, it has to do with the slide. So you can notice immediately that the slide velocity is a lot slower than the slide velocity that we had in Modern Warfare 2 and in Modern Warfare 3. Basically, during Season 5 or Season 6 in Modern Warfare 3, I don't really remember when, they increased the slide velocity in the game, and that made it extremely fast, so that when you slide cancel like this, you can immediately feel the speed. Here it's a lot slower, which is not really a problem. The problem is the delay after you slide. So you see how there is like a couple frames where you're stuck after you slide. Look here, and then there is like there is like a short period of time where your character literally walks a couple frames like this and then starts sprinting. That's the issue for me. It feels like the game is really clunky. So remember how in my movement guide I said that you can use slide canceling really aggressively, and you can push people with it and so on. Well, this seems like this is not going to be the case, just because of that short delay. When you slide cancel, you are literally walking a little bit and then you start sprinting. That for me is a problem. It makes the game really you can't really control what your operator wants to do, because in Modern Warfare 3, if you want to slide cancel and then start shooting at somebody, you can absolutely do that, and there will be no delays whatsoever. So what you want to do, you reflect it in the game. The game is responsive. It goes to your will, it responds to your input, and so on. Here, that short delay there when you're walking, that's gonna be a problem. The other problem is there is a delay when you can start shooting your gun. That's also really problematic. So you see there, if you do not have momentum, and slide cancel like that, there is a delay there. You see? There, in that slow walking animation, you can't slide cancel. You can't shoot. The other delay is when you shoot, or like when you jump and you start to shoot like this. There is also a short delay, like this, where you can't really open fire. And also when you dolphin dive, again, you see here how you can't really start shooting until your operator has grabbed the gun with two hands. That's also really annoying. It means you can't even use that movement trick like aggressively. So yeah, in my opinion, if this comes to Warzone, it's gonna be really annoying. The reason for this is because Warzone is such a competitive game, right? You're playing Battle Royale, you have one game. And if you die, in my opinion, the general philosophy I had for Call of Duty, at least, if you die, you need to die because you're ass at the game. Not because the game decided, okay, you slide cancelled in that fight, you're fucked. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be that way. It should be in a way that you die because you misplayed, because you didn't have the right input, you didn't have the right idea on how to push or on how to play that gunfight. So this is why, in my opinion, this is going to be an issue. Of course, Omni movement brings new techniques that you can use aggressively to do some really good plays, like diving and shooting at the same time. If you time it right, maybe you will get good clips and really good aggressive plays. However, movement just feels, the term that everyone likes to use is clunky. But what does clunky even mean, right? This term started being used around Modern Warfare 2, the recent Modern Warfare 2, when it was released. That movement feels really clunky. It was feeling really clunky because of all the delays that they have input in the game. There was a delay after you ADS. So they added a delay to ADS speeds, means ADSing became really, really slow. That doesn't exist in the game, thankfully. I mean, in this game, so it's all good. They added a delay to sprint to fire speed. So when you sprint and then you try to ADS and start shooting, there's going to be a delay and you're going to be really slow. So the best play was to just walk and have your gun up and ready to shoot, which is not a bad way to play the game, but you see how that might be really boring, right? And then they also added a delay to sliding. So when Modern Warfare 2 was launched, firstly, sliding was practically dead. They made it so slow to the point that you don't even move like half a meter after you slide, which is really, really egregious. And that made the game feel so slow and clunky. And this is the reason why everyone was saying, oh, Modern Warfare 2 feels clunky, oh, it's so slow, oh, it's really terrible, which it was. And this game suffers from kind of the same issues, but on a much lower level. The only issue with this game, in my opinion, with movement at least, is being able to shoot after you slide. So with this gun, actually, I already have the attachment that helps with the delays after sliding and jumping, which makes it slightly better. But you need to think that in Warzone, you're not gonna have all the guns with this attachment, right? You're going to play with ground loot as well. If you pick the wrong ground loot gun without the, I think it's called CQB grip. If you pick up the ground loot with that, without that grip, you're in for a very bad time, right? And this is why I think Warzone is kind of chalked if they're going to keep it this way. I haven't seen anyone talk about this in the community, which is okay, because everyone's thinking, oh, it's a skill gap, oh, you need to learn how to do this stuff, oh, you know, now you will not be able to spam this movement stuff like you did in Modern Warfare 2, in Modern Warfare 3, and in Warzone for the past year or so. I mean, I see what they mean, right? But it's not fun, bro. Like you're not playing a good game. You're just playing tactically. I mean, look, I can play without slide canceling. And remember, I played Warzone 2, and I had 2.2 KD, right? It means that sweats are gonna sweat anyway. It doesn't matter if movement is clunky, if there is a recoil, if aim assist is nerfed. It doesn't matter. Good players are gonna be good anyway. So you punishing movement, it just makes the game feel not as responsive, not as precise, not as accurate as we, the players, want it to be. Why Modern Warfare 2019 felt really good is because movement and everything in that game felt ultra responsive, and it felt really cool. Like even like aiming on mouse and keyboard was so cool, that to the point that people, you know, they chose to play on mouse and keyboard as opposed to controller, because in that game it just felt really nice. So yeah, this is what I mean when I say that it's just clunky. I hope they will address these issues. In my opinion, they are issues. They need to just remove entirely all the delays in the game. They need to remove the delay while sprinting, so then the movement will feel faster. Now, granted, you can just sprint around the map without slide canceling. You can engage people by sliding and then going into dive like this, you know, or just sliding backwards and doing this. Yeah, I get that. You can do all of that, and it's definitely going to be something that you need to learn now. And movement becomes in that way more situational, like, you know, you don't have to spam it all the time. Yeah, I get it, but it's just not going to be fun. For me, at least, it's gonna be really boring, that I need to force myself to play in a certain way, and I can't play the game the way I want it to be played. Another argument is that this game is different than Modern Warfare. I completely get that as well. I understand that it's a different game, it's a different engine, you need to adapt, blah blah blah, whatever the fuck. I get it, but it's just not going to hit that itch, you know, that you have for the game. At least for me, you know. I play Warzone 3 and Modern Warfare 3 because I love fucking move. The movement feels responsive, it feels snappy, feels fast, you can do a lot of shit. You can get out of situations really fast. You don't have to wait for the fucking delay to let you move. If you're, for example, here and you get shot at, you just turn and you start running. Here, there is like a short delay where you can do that, and it's really annoying. So that's really it for me. I'm sure not everyone's going to like this video, and I don't really give a fuck. This is just my opinion, and I want to, you know, just convey it how it is, basically. And if you don't like it, I completely understand. You're entitled to your own opinion. That's completely fine. But for me, these are going to ruin Warzone for me. Sure, you can adapt. Sure, you can become better at the game, and I will. It's just that the way it is set up right now, it's just annoying. Annoying, I think, is the right word to say. It's exactly like how Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2 felt like. They didn't feel terrible per se, they just felt fucking annoying. Like, you can't play however you want to play because of these delays that they put in the game. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you like the video. If you don't, it's also understandable. Just leave a dislike, leave you know, a comment where you tell me I'm a bot or whatever. I completely understand. It's just I'm really tired of these yearly cycles where they try to just basically change the game, change how it feels, change, you know, introduce delays that weren't there already, that no one complained about. They force people to play a certain way. I don't really like that. We will see how the game will look like in the future. I'm not really looking forward to it. If they're going to keep all of these delays in them, but we will see how it will look like. So yeah, have a good one, have a good week, and talk soon. Bye bye.